Oh, we're live. All right, awesome, awesome. Let me double check real quick. How's it going, everybody? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Ooh, doo, 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 doo. Okay, just want to make sure the live stream is on the mobile as well. Um, Today is Saturday, April 24th, which means tomorrow is Sunday. Sunday. Let's see here. Oh, sorry, I got a notification on my screen, but it's nothing important. So tomorrow is Sunday, Oscar Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. It's like our big Super Bowl, right? It's our Copa Mundial, if you will. Um, and it's the biggest event of the year for us movie fans, cinephiles, everywhere, all across the board. This today or this evening, I'm also gonna be posting my review of The Handmaid's Tale, or maybe way later tonight. So I got lots to do this evening. So let's wrap this prediction up. Let's do it like straight to the point. Simple. Bam, 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 bam. So we don't waste our weekend, and you guys can have a chill Saturday night and an even more chill, more celebratory Sunday evening tomorrow. Where are the nominees? Let's look. Let's pull this up. Let's pull up the list. Aha. All right. So if you go to my website, ramascreen.com, and you just on the search box on the top like this, just type in Oscar nominees. It'll get you to the 93rd Annual Academy Awards. 93rd, man! Holy crap! You know what that means, right? It's gonna be 100 in a few years. I think about 8 years or so. Yeah, 2029 is the 100th anniversary of the Oscars. It's gonna be an extra celebration, millennial Oscars, and we get to live to see it. You and I are alive to see that 2029. So almost there, my friend, almost there. So let's start with the bottom totem bottom, and then work our way up to the cream of the crop, best picture. And I got this list, of course, from. Let me make this big for you guys so you guys can read it too. Can you guys see it now? All right, it's good. I got this list from the my email from Academy Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. So they also list out the credits. Who are the people, but we don't necessarily have to go through all of them. All the producers or all the songwriters, unless they're notable names. So let's start with best visual effects. The nominees are Love and Monsters. Yay! I love that movie. I know you've heard me say that 1,000 times. I'm gonna say it again. I love that movie. God, so much fun. The Midnight Sky, cool. Mulan. Now that's a surprise to me. I did not expect Mulan to be nominated for visual effects. Okay. I mean, next year if Godzilla vs Kong got nominated for this category, you'd be like, yes, of course, Godzilla versus Kong. But if something like freaking Voyagers, the recent one, got nominated for best visual effects, you'd be like, what? Voyagers? That's my reaction about this Mulan. The one and only Ivan. Okay, the animal CG. Yeah. Tenet, Christopher Nolan's movie. So, best visual effects. You know what? As much as I want Love and Monsters to win, unfortunately, I don't think it will. I don't think it will. If I were to put my money, because this is a prediction, right? This is a prediction. This is not my wish list. My wish list, I'm telling you right now, is Love and Monsters. But my prediction, I predict that Tenet is going to win best visual effects. Mostly because out of these titles, Tenet is the biggest name. And it got the biggest buzz last year. Remember that? It was supposed to arrive on July. And then pandemic hit, and then WB kept like delaying the release date, delaying the release date again. So it caused a lot of publicity. On top of it, it's already high publicity because of Christopher Nolan's name, um, and I think that will stick in the Academy voters' head, um, more so than these other titles. So I predict, unfortunately, even though Tenet bored me to death and put me to sleep, God, that movie was boring. I'm sorry. But Tenet is gonna win Best Visual Effects. So, so that's prediction number one. Best Sound. Now, this is the first year that sound mix and sound editing got mashed into one. Woohoo! And we get to live. We are alive. You and I are alive for that historic moment. I mean, in the previous years, there's always this debate like, okay, what's the difference between sound mix and sound editing? And we always dive into, that whole thing again and again every year. And there's lots of YouTube videos that have gone viral explaining you guys and what's the difference and whatnot. So it's like the Academy is like, you know what? Too much headache. Let's just mash them into one. And so, Best Sound, the nominees are Greyhound, Mank, News of the World, Soul, and Sound of Metal. Um, and I predict Greyhound. Why? Because there has been a track record, or historically movies that win or that have won this category are usually war movies. War movies, like Hacksaw Ridge, Mel Gibson's movie Hacksaw Ridge in 2016. It won both sound mix and sound editing. I think the same goes with Saving Private Ryan, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can double check me on that. So I'm gonna go with Greyhound. I think that's my prediction. Greyhound, Tom Hanks's new World War II movie, is gonna be the one to take home the Best Sound Oscar. Best Original Song. The nominees are "Fight for You" from Judas and the Black Messiah, "Hear My Voice" from The Trial of the Chicago 7, "Husavik," yay! I love Husavik, from Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, EOC from The Life Ahead, La Vita Davanti a Se, and "Speak Now" from One Night in Miami. Oh, this is easy. This is easy. Come on, this is so easy. I think everybody, including Academy voters, love Husavik. My prediction: Husavik will win Oscar for Best Original Song. Yes, my hometown, Gramecia. I love that song. Yes, Husavik. Okay, so Best Original Score, and the nominees are The Five Bloods, Mank, Minari, News of the World, Soul. And look at that. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross got twice Oscar nominated this year for both Mank and Soul. Good on them. Man, I love James Newton Howard, and poor guy has still not won a single Oscar. I forgot how many Oscars that he has been nominated for. I think he's got maybe 5 or 6. Something. You can double check on me on that, but quite a lot. The guy's been nominated quite a lot, but he's never won, and I don't think he will win this time again. So he's gonna be like the next freaking what's the name escapes me right now. The name escapes me. Anyway, I'll drop that. I digress. So my prediction is, I predict it's gonna be either Mank or Soul. But either way, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross will go home with an Oscar. And this is probably gonna be not probably. I believe this is their second Oscar win after The Social Network, right? A decade ago. So, but we gotta pick one. It can't be both Mank and Soul. So I'm gonna go with Soul. So yeah, there you go. Best original score. My prediction to win is Soul. But Trent and Atticus will come out victorious either way. Best makeup and hairstyling category. Emma, Hillbilly Elegy, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, and Pinocchio. Remember, Pinocchio is that Roberto Benigni movie that I don't think anybody saw here in the United States. It's an Italian film. Um, Best makeup and hairstyling. I saw Hillbilly Elegy. I saw Ma Rainey. I saw Mank. I haven't seen Pinocchio. I think I've seen Emma. Um, it always usually goes to period pieces, like Little Women kind of films. Uh, so this is a tough one, I may say. It's gonna be either Ma Rainey or Emma, but I guess or Mank. Mank is also period. But I'm gonna have to go. My prediction. I'll say it right now. Mank. I think I think Mank will win quite a lot of the, including cinematography as well, quite a lot of the technical categories. But yes, my prediction of best makeup and hairstyling Oscar goes to Mank. So jot that down, okay? Oh, I'll have to make a note of that too. I want to write it down with a pen and paper somewhere, but I'll make a mental notes on some right now, and then we'll compare tomorrow when the ceremony happens, whether or not my prediction is spot on. All right, so best live action short film. I haven't seen any of this, so I think it's fair to just skip the short film parts. The short film categories, I don't think you and I have seen many of them, so we can't really make, you know, too sound of a prediction on those categories. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be fair. Um, and it's not to belittle short films categories. I think we should champion short films because these are pretty much future feature length filmmakers, basically. So that's why this category exists, to kind of aspire, encourage, the next Martin Scorsese. Everybody starts out doing, or every director starts out doing short films, whether it be animated, documentary, or live action. But since we haven't seen any of the titles nominated, I think it will be fair that, to not predict it, because we don't know. If we don't know, how would we know to predict it? So this international film, I'm gonna have to skip that too. I haven't seen any of them, except for Another Round for Denmark. So I guess maybe if Another Round from Denmark wins, starring Mats Mikkelsen, I'm happy for them. But it's not like I could say like, oh, it's because Another Round is way better than these other nominees in this category. I can't say that because I haven't seen the other films. All right, so best film editing. Here we go. The Father, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, The Trial of the Chicago 7. By the way, if you haven't seen The Trial of the Chicago 7, it's on Netflix. Sound of Metal is on Prime Video. Promising Young Woman, I'm not sure. Maybe it's on Video on Demand. The same with Nomadland, I believe. Oh, Nomadland's on Hulu. Nomadland's on Hulu. Go check that out. The Father, you have to go on digital. But these are great movies. So best film editing. In the past, it's usually an indicator whoever wins, or whichever movie wins film editing gets to win Best Picture. It's not so much anymore in recent years. Sometimes the winner of Best Film Editing doesn't necessarily mean the winner of Best Picture that same year. So, but I gotta say, I'm predicting the Trial of the Chicago 7. I think the Trial of the Chicago 7 will win film editing. And you know what I'm getting at with that, right? Later on. So, best documentary short subject. Okay, we'll have to skip that. Best documentary feature. I think no, I haven't seen any of these. I'm sorry, I can't make prediction because I haven't seen any of these. Best costume design. Here you go. Emma, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, Mulan, and Pinocchio. Ooh. All right, this is like makeup and hairstyling again. And I have my prediction. Remember, I said technicality stuff. So Mank, Mank is gonna win Oscar for best costume design. That's my prediction. Best cinematography, boom. Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, News of the World, Nomadland, The Trial of the Chicago 7. Cinematography, Mank. Mank. I'm predicting like right now that Mank is gonna win a lot of the technical categories. Kind of like Mad Max Fury Road. Remember that? Mad Max Fury Road? It did not win Best Picture, but it won all of the other stuff. Visual effects, all the technical stuff. So it was a clean sweep on the other categories except Best Picture. So I think that's what's gonna happen to Mank. So my prediction is Mank is gonna win Best Cinematography. Nice cinematography, black and white cinematography. Best Art Direction, Production Design. The Father, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, News of the World, Tenet. Okay, let's pause. Can we all agree that News of the World is so overrated for Oscars, man? Why? When they kept mentioning News of the World last month, in the nominees announcement, I was like, what the? It's like, really, of all the films, you got to include News of the World. Can't you swap it off with some, like, why? Is this such an, it's such an undeserving film to be in this ceremony, I think, in my opinion. News of the World was not a bad film, but it was not an Oscar-worthy film either. In fact, it was more of an Oscar bait. But anyway, I digress. So, Best Art Direction and Production Design, The Father, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, News of the World, and Tenet. I'd have to say Mank. Again, Mank. It's going to be winning big on the other categories except Best Picture. If Mank wins Best Picture, color me shocked. Color me surprised. Best Animated Short Film. Okay, we have to skip that. We haven't seen any of that. Best Animated Feature. Onward, yeah. Over the Moon, yeah. A Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon, yeah. That was like a pleasant surprise, man. That's awesome that they squeeze that in there, just slips in like, whoa, out of nowhere, a Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon. Soul and Wolf Walkers. I love all these movies. I'm gonna say that right now. I love all these movies, but I love Wolf Walkers the most. My wish, all right, my wish is for Wolf Walkers to win. I want to see Wolf Walkers win, and if Wolf Walkers wins, I'll be jumping up and down happy. But remember, this video is prediction, not my wish. So I predict that Soul is gonna win Oscar for Best Animated Feature. This is gonna be like 2013 all over again. Remember that when Pixar's Brave, Merida, Pixar's Brave movie won instead of Wreck-It Ralph, which I think should have won, or deserved to win more. So it's Pixar's Brave versus Wreck-It Ralph all over again here. Wolfwalker should have won, but Soul is what will win tomorrow or Sunday. Best Original Screenplay: Judas and the Black Messiah, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, The Trial of the Chicago 7. I think this is pretty easy to predict. As awesome as all these other movies are, right, that I just mentioned, these other nominees, I mean, come on. If you have Aaron Sorkin in your midst, I think you're just going to be happy that you're invited to the party. So I'm predicting that Aaron Sorkin will win his second Oscar for The Trial of the Chicago 7 Best Original Screenplay. Remember, he won a decade ago for The Social Network. So, I mean, that guy can write, dude. That guy can write. You know what I'm saying? And the characters' dialogues always run like 100 miles an hour fast. Just impressive. Let's see, where Oscar, okay. So best original screenplay, the winner will be The Trial of the Chicago 7, Aaron Sorkin. Best adapted screenplay, Borat subsequent movie film. Yay! That movie's funny. The Father, Nomadland, One Night in Miami, and The White Tigers. Are you as surprised as me about The White Tigers getting nominated? That's kind of like the news of the world that I just mentioned to you. Like, really, White Tigers? I mean, it was an okay movie, but you know, a lot of people compare it to Parasite. So like, we just had Parasite last year, not last week. So I was like, really, White Tigers? So, hey, but you know what? Come on in. Let's party. You know, I'm sure they're just happy to be invited. Like I said, but out of these nominees, Best Adapted Screenplay, I think Nomadland's gonna win. My prediction, Chloe Zhao is gonna win Nomadland Best Adapted Screenplay. As a matter of fact, I predict that tomorrow is gonna be a big night for Chloe Zhao. Best Director, another round, Thomas Vinterberg. Mank, David Fincher. Minari, Lee Isaac Chung. Nomadland, Chloe Zhao. Promising Young Woman, Emerald Fennell. And the winner for Best Director, you know it, Chloe Zhao for Nomadland. Yeah, I think she's gonna win. She's gonna win, and it's gonna be awesome. She's gonna win for Adapted Screenplay and Best Director. Best Actress in a Supporting Role. The nominees are Maria Balakova for Borat, subsequent movie film. Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy. Olivia Colman for The Father. Amanda Seyfried for Mank. And Yoo Jun-yoon for Minari. You know what? I'm predicting. Oh, this is tough. This is tough because these lovelies are so great in their respective roles. But I'm predicting that the Oscar for Best Actress in a Supporting Role will go to Glenn Close, baby. Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy. And guess what? After so many Oscar nominees, after so many years of not winning, finally Glenn Close will get her first Oscar ever. She should have won for lead actress. Maybe she'll win again for lead actress but you know what? That doesn't matter. At least she gets one. And she's gonna get it for this Hillbilly Elegy for supporting role. Oh my god. This Sunday. Best Actress in a Leading Role. And the nominees are Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Andra Day, The United States vs. Billie Holiday, Vanessa Kirby in Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand for Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. This is also tough because not only they're all deserving, but I believe the winner of Golden Globe, the winner of SAG, they're different here, people. The winner of BAFTA, it's not easy to predict the Best Actress Lead winner for this one because they're all different winners for those previous award shows. But my money, I'm gonna put my money right now. All right, I'm gonna put my money on Frances McDormand winning her third Oscars. third Oscar. All right, she has won twice before in the past. She's gonna be a 3-time Oscar-winning actress, and she's gonna join the ranks of other 3-time winning Oscars like Jack Nicholson, Meryl Streep, Daniel Day-Lewis. Frances McDormand is going to win for Nomadland for Best Actress in a Leading Role. That's my prediction, and you can take that to the bank. All right, so Best Actor in a Supporting Role. And the nominees are Sacha Baron Cohen in The Trial of the Chicago 7, Daniel Kaluuya in Judas and the Black Messiah, Leslie Odom Jr. in One Night in Miami, Paul Raci in Sound of Metal, Lakeith Stanfield in Judas and the Black Messiah. All right, hold. Let's pause. Let me show you. Have you heard of a movie called Short Term 12? I believe that's less than a decade ago. Short Term 12, yeah, 2013. And if you look at the cast, why is my internet really slow today? Hello? Maybe I should refresh. Do I need to refresh? Okay, here we go. Oh, let's make the font bigger here. Make the font bigger. Okay, can you see the cast list? Brie Larson, right? There's Rami Malek. And look, Lakeith Stanfield as part of that cast. And I believe this is Lakeith's first movie, if I'm not mistaken. Short Term 12. And so, Brie Larson, Rami Malek, Lakeith Stanfield. Brie Larson already has an Oscar. Rami Malek already has an Oscar. Oh my God! Could you if Lakeith Stanfield wins tomorrow, he'll be the third Short Term 12 actor to win an Oscar. I mean, this movie Short Term 12 gotta pat itself on the back or something. And maybe these other actors will get as lucky as well in the near future. Especially Caitlin Dever. Caitlin Dever is a great actress. So that's a really cool fun fact to share with you guys. Okay, so back to the list. So I'm predicting that Lakeith Stanfield is gonna win Oscar for Best Supporting Role for Judas and the Black Messiah. That's not just my wish list, okay? But also my prediction. And Best Actor Leading Role, the nominees are Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anthony Hopkins for The Father, Gary Oldman for Mank, Stephen Yeun for Minari. It's easy. I'm sorry. This is an easy one. Chadwick Boseman is gonna win for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I've seen all the other nominees in their respective films, and they are amazing. You know, Gary, Anthony, Riz, Stephen, especially Riz. Have you seen Sound of Metal? Sound of Metal was incredible. You have to see that movie, you guys. Unfortunately, I didn't get to review it. So if you try to look up Rama Screen review of Sound of Metal, you won't find it because I didn't get the time to do one. I apologize on that. But it's a great movie. It's a great film. But all the love right now is out to Chadwick Boseman, the late great Chadwick Boseman, and it's a tough one to beat, because everybody, we're still recovering from the big loss, last year when he suddenly passed away, that untimely death, and he gave us this monumental performance in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom that just it still reverberates across the globe, man. It's just amazing performance. Kind of like Heath Ledger with The Dark Knight. After Heath Ledger died, there was questions like, oh, how's he gonna do as the Joker? And then the movie came out, and everybody's like, oh my God, he's gonna win the Oscar because of this. So I think that's what's gonna happen, and I'm predicting that Chadwick Boseman is gonna win Best Actor Leading Role. And finally, Best Picture. And the nominees are The Father, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal. Oh, one more. The Trial of the Chicago 7. Let's do that again. The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, The Trial of the Chicago 7. And the winner is, and the Oscar goes to, I'm predicting. Here's the thing, okay, before the drum roll. Any of these movies can win. You know, it's up in the air. It's anything goes right now. It's not like in the past when there were either one or two front runners, one or two clear front runners. You know, like Forrest Gump versus Pulp Fiction, or a decade ago with The Social Network versus The King's Speech, or in 2011 when everybody knew that The Artist is gonna win the whole thing, or in 1997 when Titanic was gonna win the whole thing. Everybody's gonna be like, yeah, just give the award already. Why do we have a ceremony? We all knew that Titanic is gonna win everything, so it's not that easy for this year. Any of these movies can win. There's no clear front runners. There's no clear front runner. But with that said, I predict that the Best Picture is going to win, or the Best Picture is going to go to, I'm sorry, The Trial of the Chicago 7. Boom! That's my prediction. My prediction is that The Trial of the Chicago 7 is going to win Best Picture. And Best Adapted, Best Original Screenplay. I'm sorry, Best Original Screenplay. Aaron Sorkin. So this movie is going to take home Best Original Screenplay and Best Picture. Adapted Screenplay and Best Director will go to Chloe Zhao for Nomadland. A lot of things that factor into why I think The Trial of the Chicago 7 will win. Other than the great performances, the great story, and by the way, you guys can check it out on Netflix. You'll understand what I'm getting at. But also because it's so relevant, it's so timely. I'm not saying that the other nominees, the other movies nominated are not relevant or timely. Certainly timely with Judas and the Black Messiah, but the whole, protests and the politics of the Trial of the Chicago 7, it just sounds something that when you look out the window, or you watch the news, you'd be like, wow, it's kind of like that, kind of like what we're seeing right now in the world, at least in America. I think that factored in even more than the other reasons why I predict that this movie is the one that's gonna really, get the medal, if you will. And so I don't think one movie this year or tomorrow is gonna be like doing a clean sweep. In the previous years, the headlines the day after would be like, "Oh my God, this one movie got the most Oscars." Like Parasite or whatever it is. Like, holy crap, if it's not clean sweep, at least like freaking 5 or 6, 7 Oscars. Like Mad Max Fury Road, right? Mad Max Fury Road got all these categories except for Best Picture. I don't think one movie will be that dominant this year. I think it's gonna be a pretty surprisingly evenly widespread among the nominees. So, and that's cool. You gotta spread the love. And so it's gonna be an interesting year. Like I said, there's no clear front runner for Best Picture. And I think, even though Mank is gonna win a lot of the technical stuff, but there's a lot of love spread around for other movies as well, shared with them. So it's gonna be really interesting. And what's really extra interesting is how the ceremony will go. I don't know. I don't know what the format is. I know it's gonna be in person mixed with some virtual stuff. Zoom was, but I think I was told that it's going to be mostly in person. We'll see how the social distancing works. You know, it's going to be really, really a unique Oscar viewing experience, unlike any Oscar ceremony that we've ever watched in the past. This is going to be one for the books. You know, this is going to be historic. Of course, the 100th anniversary centennial, about 8 years from now, is going to be even more even more historic. So, but yeah, tune in, you guys. I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Oh my God, not just about who's gonna win, but how the ceremony will work out. This is gonna be so interesting to watch. It's gonna air this Sunday evening, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time, on ABC, I believe. So, and afterwards, after 3.5 hours, I'll be back and I'll do another live stream reacting to the results of the Oscars, reacting to the winners of the Oscars 2021. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in on this predicting live stream. Let me know, what do you think about my predictions? Do you agree or disagree with it? What, which movie or which actor or actresses that you think will win tomorrow's Oscars? Share them in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. All right, I'm going to go back to my editing of, or my reviewing of The Handmaid's Tale new season 4. Let's rock this.